Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Conquest counter video guide. Now you will be able to find this and all my other Conquest guides on my SWGOH Life website. If you haven't seen it yet, there'll be a link in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. You can find lots of useful Conquest resources on there, from these counter videos, an enemy speed calculator, feeds guide, daily plan that you can follow along whenever Conquest is live if you want to. That will help you a little bit improve efficiency of your Conquest, so you save yourself crystals on all those refreshes, as well as recommended data discs and so on. So basically anything you need to conquer the Conquest all in one simple to access place. Now in this one I'll be going up against the Phoenix team here in Sector 5. So obviously we'll be using Gone in 30 Seconds data disk set. If you're not familiar with this data disk set, let me first go ahead and show you what's in it. So basically it relies on 2 stacks of Amplify Agony, data discs and Volatile Accelerator to do lots of damage when you apply debuffs, then using Unstable Decelerator to offset the turn meter gain that enemy would get from Volatile Accelerator. And then the last 2 data discs are really kind of situational, depends on what you have or what you want to use. I'm using Vitality. I like to use Vitality here with the absence of Entrenched data discs, obviously, for some extra survivability for a team. And then Ruthless Swiftness has become probably my favorite. Their one dot data disk, just because whenever enemy falls below 100% health, all of your allies gain 27% turn meter, so it really allows you to keep up here with all these fast over prepared teams, especially here in Sector 4 and 5 as well. So this is the data disk that we will be rocking, and as always, whenever using Gone in 30 seconds, the first thing comes to your mind is CLS, Han and Chewie. You'll just go ahead, take out Sabine first, because she's really the biggest threat here, I guess, with her AoE and her basing doing multiple hits and things like that. But as you can see, these guys don't even get a turn, just because we're doing so much damage, and Ruthless Swiftness keeps giving us a bonus turn meter. And that's it, very quick and easy. So another similar team with Best Commander lead, basically Han and Chewie with any free characters more or less with this data disk set can wipe out most enemies out. Now with Best Commando, on top of Ruthless Swiftness, we're getting extra bonus turn meter as well from his lead. Whenever you deal damage, Scoundrel allies will gain 2% bonus turn meter, and we're doing damage many times just because of the data disk. And there we go, Han and Chewie really carrying this team very easily, getting this Phoenix team down. Moving on, we got my default kind of Jedi team here, just because they've got everything covered. You got Must-Stun, you got Revives, you got Savior, bonus turn with Anakin, so pretty much anything to allow you to get 3-star victory most versus most guys. There we go, the trigger bonus turn on Anakin, he can now use Hero's Arise, which will give here 100% turn meter to Luke. He can go ahead, stun everybody, just go ahead, heal up just to keep Revan alive, finish off Kanan first, then you can just basically hit autoplay at this point. And you know, these guys don't really have a whole lot to do much about it at this point. So there we go, very quick and easy win as well with the Jedi versus this Phoenix team. Up next we got General Grievous. General Grievous as well is a brilliant team here with his Gone in 30 seconds data disk. As soon as B2 gets going, which is right about now, you smash your AoE and suddenly your bonus turn meter kicks in, your turn meter fills up, and you can just hit AoE at this point. Obviously, as long as Kanan is there alive a little bit, whenever you debuff those guys, they'll keep healing up. But obviously Grievous there on his basic, he will land healing immunity eventually on Kanan. So just make sure to target Kanan first if you do hit auto, so you can get healing immunity on him and defeat him. And as soon as he's down, everybody fall apart. John Skywalker with 5 first clones, again very quick and easy team here to use. They get a few things going. I'll just hit autoplay at this point just to show you, it's not a whole lot here these guys can do. Again, target Kanan there just to get him out first to get rid of the healing. And because of he's constantly healing up, then Ruthless Swiftness obviously keeps giving us bonus turn meter and things like that. John Skywalker he got up again already. Eventually probably Rex will get an aerial advantage out on Kanan if we don't take him out first. We did here, and down goes as well the last Phoenix member. So 5 first, well, with General Skywalker in the lead doing a pretty good number on this guy. Another clone team here with Bad Batch. I like to use Shaak Ti lead just because whenever one of your guys are being hit, Shaak Ti is gaining bonus turn meter, which means you'll get a turn quickly. You can then pass turn over to Echo, and then you can do your AoE healing immunity thing, and then you can just do a couple of AoEs, and that should finish off the entire Phoenix team here in a moment. Another AoE coming in hot. And there we go, Phoenix team down with all those AoEs there from all of your Bad Batch clones. So the next team we have here is Maul with what? You probably know how this team works, but you can see that Maul starts off with Frenzy, and whenever then what here starts off with bonus turn, give text to anybody, this triggers Frenzy, then you can do AoE here, which then triggers bonus turn meter on Canderous. He does an AoE, which again triggers Frenzy or Maul, and now Maul can just go out here and do his big hits. But as you can see, because of Kanan alive there and all these debuffs we are applying, it's hard to take down, but we'll get through them eventually. There we go. So whenever Watt gets a turn, what you can then do, once you stack all this damage over time's up, he can just go ahead and use his special ability that will trigger here all this damage over times, and this will instantly defeat the entire Phoenix squad. Otherwise, you know, without healing immunity here, you will struggle to get these guys down, and this is pretty much a nice trick there with Watt to do that. Moving on, we got the resistance here. Well, it's really the Queen of Droids, Rey Jedi training with BB-8, R2, and then IG and L3. There we go, they get a few hits on us, but again, whenever our guys get debuffed, Rey Jedi training will be gaining bonus turn meter, so she should be able here to kind of keep up with Phoenix and get these guys out. I'm not going to do an AoE here just yet, just because then all these guys will counterattack while Kanan is alive. So instead, using smoke screens, so when I do start doing my AoEs, I don't get counterattacked. Obviously, save that healing immunity ability for Kanan, because it can't be resisted, and then as soon as he dies, then the rest becomes very, very easy. So again, great team here, Rey Droids, to take care of these guys with this data this set. Moving on, we got Padme, just a standard Padme team. Obviously for the fifth one, I'm using C-3PO, but you can probably use whatever you like. Just kind of showing a standard Padme lineup here. Obviously Padme is a bit slow, so they will get a few initial plays on it, but with all his attacks out of turns and everything, he should hopefully have enough here protection up to survive. Same thing as always, Kanan here is a little bit annoying, but we'll deal with him once we stack up enough courage that we can just one-shot him, and then the rest of the team should fall apart very easily. So I'm just going after Sabine, because you know, she's the only threat there. Kanan just died from damage over times anyway, so I don't really have to worry about him doing much. Kick in the face into Zeb as well, so Padme as well doing very, very easy here win versus Phoenix. Moving on, Darth Revan as well is one of the teams that is really good with his data this set, just because they give out so much debuffs. Obviously they're doing AoE there, starting off by Sabine, trigger their taunt on Malak, so now they do have to keep hitting him, so they keep feeding themselves while you're spamming all those debuffs. And HK doing a big hit, finishing off Hera there, had to go after her. Obviously same thing as everything else, the Kanan keeps healing everybody up, but shock will prevent health recovery, so as soon as you get shock on Kanan, you should be able to get him down, and then the rest of the team just kind of falls apart after that. Moving on, we got another Sith team here, Darth Traya with Nihilus Science, so the Sith Triumvirate. Then I like to use Sith Empire Trooper in there, as well as Talon. They get a few opening plays as always, but again, all these debuffs now give so much turn meter to Nihilus. He can go ahead here, use his Drain, increasing cooldowns. Now we're gonna go after Hera. I'll just go ahead and do basic here. I don't want too many counter attacks. I want my Sith Empire Trooper to survive so I can get 3-star victory. Let's go ahead, isolate Kanan there, and then just decided there to finish him off. There we go. Do another drain here, finish off Sabine, and this team is pretty much dead now whenever we do get a few turns without Kanan. So Traya as well, you know, obviously very good team here to take care of the Phoenix squad. Got Iden here. Iden is great also versus many of these over-prepared teams, just because she gets 100% turn meter at the beginning of the battle, so you can just take somebody out and then get your turn meter training rolling because of ruthless swiftness. There we go. We landed healing immunity there on Sabine, so you know they don't really care about Kanan there too much. Let's see if we can get a stun. No stuns. There we go. All those counterattacks. A little bit annoying, but anyway, let's now go after Kanan as well. I'll get healing immunity on him, mass assist, and as soon as those guys are down, it becomes very easy here to finish off the remaining Phoenix squad. So definitely Iden, there you go, even mine is like gear 10, even low star, doesn't matter. As long as she gets her 100% turn meter in the beginning, it's going to be very easy. Moving on to Galactic Legend battles, Lord Vader is probably the best Galactic Legend for this data, this set, just because he gives us so much debuffs. And as well, then followed by Darth Vader as well, more debuffs. But again, as long as Kanan there is alive, they'll be gaining so much health that you won't be able to take them out. But anyway, we get another turn. We can do Calling Blade on Kanan, and now the rest will fall down very, very quickly without healing from Kanan's unique. So you can see, whenever, no matter what team you use, you need to have a way with this data, this set, to somehow get rid of Kanan to stop his healing. Another team, Jedi Master Kenobi with Ahsoka and just a bunch of other Galactic Republic, doesn't even matter at this point. There we go. So you just go ahead here, reset cooldowns on Commander Ahsoka, so she can go ahead there and take somebody out. Just insta-kill Kanan, so this will now stop healing. But even, you know, if you still have Kanan alive there, Jedi Master Kenobi, he's got healing immunity as well. So this can as well get around Kanan if you don't manage to insta-kill Kanan straight at the beginning. And as soon as, you know, Kanan is down, same as all the other team, this team pretty much falls apart. So as you can see, Phoenix, many ways to deal with these guys by using Gone in 30 Seconds data disc set. The main thing is really, any team you use, you have to have some sort of way to get rid of Kanan, either with healing immunity or big hits or anything like that, and then the rest of the team just falls apart very quickly because of all those damage over times. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.